you a funny story. I had people that actually earned a cruise, an incentive cruise, and they didn't know that there were ingredients on the inside of the bottle. They were selling it and taking it, but they didn't know what the ingredients were. Here's the difference in this type of a label. It is not just a giant laundry list of everything in here. It is the categories of what the ingredients do. DNA repair, stem cell maintenance, telomere maintenance, digestive enzymes. It tells you what these ingredients are good for, besides your vitamin mineral category. And it pays attention to the sleep-wake cycle of a person, all right? How many of you have seen the video? Affinity, the telomeres, right? Again, simple to talk about Nobel Prize winning science. Nobel Prize winning science is going to show you that affinity is the answer to our telomeres shortening. Other companies may talk about telomeres. However, all they can talk about is telomere support. We have telomere support also in AMPM. AMPM has telomere maintenance complex. That's your telomere support. But there is nothing, because there is nothing, except for one ingredient that's ever been shown to actually reverse or lengthen telomeres once they've gotten short. And what's the Nobel Prize winning science? Long telomeres good equals young healthy cells. Short telomeres bad equals old cells ready to die. That's it in a nutshell, okay? Only thing that can make short telomeres longer, ingredient affinity. And we have the MLM worldwide exclusive. Nobody else can have it, okay? So, now you're kind of set. That's pretty cool, right?
It's a Jeunesse University.
Because you have anti-aging. Except, what about the anti-aging of our whole body? What about the fact that our body has, it changes over time. And I'm not saying this product isn't just for, Zen Body's not just for, that is not for young people, because it is. You'll see this afternoon, not this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, when I talk, I believe at 2, I'm going to show you some amazing before and after pictures. It's going to blow your mind, because people have lost less than a pound, like literally less than a pound, and they've lost 26 inches. They no longer have a gut. And that's what we can see. So, it is, and you will see 24-year-olds in there too, not just everybody over 50 and 40. But when you are over 40 and 50, how many of you know that it's much harder to lose fat and get in shape? Yep. It's because our physiology changes. And by the way, it's been changing since we were 25. It just didn't change enough for us to really notice, is the problem. Our body kind of compensated right up until around then, and then it went, I give up. Because even if you're the same weight, and a lot of people, this is true, I was the same weight, and I am very active. So it wasn't that I wasn't doing anything. I was the same weight. I still ate good. By the way, I firmly believe that perfect is the enemy of good. You never have to be perfect. You don't have to eat perfect, but you do have to eat good. You don't have to exercise perfectly, but you do have to exercise good. So don't try to be perfect, just try to be good, okay? Because perfect messes people up, because nobody can maintain that, all right? So I was doing all that, but yet, my waist was thicker, and things just were distributed differently. I was the same weight. I was like, okay, wait, when did this happen? So when we started the Zen Body pilot program, I went on it too. I started using it just the same way. And it's very easy to use. One protein shake in the morning is part of a healthy breakfast, okay? And I'll tell you the difference. I don't have the bottle here, but it's a little bottle and it's capsules, okay? So 2 capsules of Zen Shake and 1 amino drink. Oh, you have it.
I have it, yes.
In her purse, I love it. 2 capsules of Zen Shake and an amino drink. okay, which is also what I'm drinking. 30 to 60 minutes before lunch. 2 capsules, a fit drink, which is an amino acid drink, 30 to 60 minutes before dinner. That's it. That's as hard as it gets. That's as complicated as it gets. Okay? Thank you very much.
Is that twice a day or 3 times a day?
Twice a day. But if you think about it, you're using Zen body products 3 times a day because you're using this for breakfast or as part of the healthy breakfast. If you need more, if you're hungry more, like if in 3 hours or 4 hours you're hungry, that's normal. If in 2 hours you're hungry, this wasn't enough for you. And that's possible. This is only 140 calories. So mix it with almond milk, or mix it with a banana, or blueberries, or strawberries, or something healthy. Or you can use yogurt, something like that, okay? So that makes it very easy. And here's the difference. Everybody will talk about burning fat and building muscle, but it's how you do that that matters. Okay? It's how you do that that will matter. The Zen program puts your body back in balance. It doesn't just make you do it. Other programs have more stimulants. They'll have caffeine, they'll have guarana, they'll have bitter orange, all those things that actually cause your heart to race and create, in some people, problems. Okay? Our program has none of that. Right? There's no artificial sweeteners. It has no soy. Very important. There's no soy in the products. It's gluten-free. It's non-GMO. Okay? So it is good for you, but yet it also helps you lean out and build muscle. Okay? The way it does that is by normalizing your leptin system. Let me just see how many minutes I have. 5. What time is session over? Okay, by 5. Okay. So the way our body is naturally designed to work is our fat cells, and the more fat cells we have, the more it makes of this little hormone called leptin. How many of you have heard of leptin? Okay, good. Leptin goes to the brain. It tells the brain, don't eat. You have fat. You're good. Cut it out. Okay? It also tells the brain, you're safe to burn fat. That's key. You have to be able to tell the brain you're safe to burn fat. Otherwise, our body will burn muscle before it burns fat. And that's what we don't want. Okay? So, here's the problem. So you think, well, if I have this perfect system, why isn't it working? Because if it was working, I would have gained 2 inches around my waist. Because that wasn't from muscle. It didn't. My six-pack didn't get better, you know? It didn't happen that way. My six-pack disappeared is what happened. So, how does it happen? It happens because that leptin signal gets blocked. And that leptin signal gets blocked by inflammation or inflammation molecules. What causes inflammation? High amounts of sugar, processed foods, trans fats, pollution, toxins, basically everything bad, but especially high sugar foods. This is why on this program, one of the keys for it to work, and it will work, it's clinically tested to work. You cannot drink sugary liquids. That's key. And the reason for that means like sodas, Starbucks drinks. You can drink black coffee or coffee with a half a teaspoon of sugar if you really want to, or stevia or something like that. That's fine. But those things, and that includes alcohol, because it has alcohol as sugar. All those things immediately raise the blood sugar. Now that's not just a problem for diabetics. That's a problem for all of us, because when that happens, we pour out inflammation molecules. Those inflammation molecules stay elevated for 6 hours after we drink a sugary liquid. And that also includes full-strength orange juice if you drink more than just like the little glass, okay? So you've got to not do that, because if you pour out all of those inflammatory molecules, they block the leptin signal. What happens is they basically, I need my amino drink. I left it in the other room. Okay. They block the leptin signal. And if you block the leptin signal, it cannot get to the brain. Here's the only thing the brain can surmise. Oh my gosh, there's no leptin. If there's no leptin, we must be starving. Doesn't matter how much fat we have. The brain thinks we're starving. The brain will raise the appetite. Did you ever eat like a great meal? You're totally full. You're still hungry. For what, you don't know, but something. I've experienced it. By the chuckles in the room, I think other people have. That's a sign that our leptin is being blocked. Because otherwise that would never happen. But it happens because it's blocked. Our body doesn't know. And our body doesn't know that it's okay to burn fat. It's actually telling us, don't burn fat. Because guess what? We do need some fat. We need fat to cushion our organs. We need fat under the skin. That's why it's smooth. We just don't need excess fat. Okay? So what happens is, body doesn't know, so we're just in this fight with our body, and then we try to do things like artificially suppress the appetite, artificially increase fat burning with thermogenics, but they don't work long term because we haven't addressed the underlying problem, which is, gotta release the leptin. You gotta let it work in your body. That's what this system does. And that's why it's so vital, at least for the first 30 days, that you 100% stay away from sugary liquids, white foods like white rice, white potatoes, white breads, because they will immediately become sugar and increase the inflammation. And while the whole system is lowering the inflammation, you're like, it's like you're lighting a match and then you're putting a little squirt gun to it, and you're lighting a match and putting a little squirt gun to it. It's hard to get anywhere, but it will work if you do that. And here's the fun part. After a little while, you won't want any of those things anymore. And as a matter of fact, they're going to taste disgusting. So if you don't want it, it's easier to avoid it, right? It's easier to say no when you don't really like it. I have a friend, and you'll see her before and after picture on tomorrow's presentation. She was a chocoholic, and I had no idea. I had no idea, because she ate an entire chocolate bar before she went to bed, every single night. Wow. Okay? Now, her mother-in-law kept trying to put like kisses in front of her at Christmas time. She's like, oh, come on, have some kisses. And she's like, I don't hate chocolate, but I don't feel like it doesn't do anything for me. She'd just like push them away. It wasn't like she was trying not to eat it. She didn't want it. And that's what you can expect when you use the Zen body system correctly. So it's easier. It takes the struggle out of getting in shape, feeling good, getting stronger, building muscle, and being younger. So, have an awesome rest of your day.